Joining us from Southern Ontario, he of 3downnation.com, the CFL's preeminent information source, repping the Guelph Griffins alum banner behind him there. Good day, JD. How you doing?
Doing well, boys. What about you? Any Super Bowl hangovers?
No, not with his. Well, actually, Abu said he's hungover. Too much cider.
No.
What, you feeling good?
Doing great.
Okay, good. Justin, hey, what was your take on Super Bowl 54, by the way? Did you think the Niners had it locked down with 11:30 to go like I did, or did you see the comeback from the Chiefs coming?
No. You knew Patrick Mahomes was going to make one big play, and when he did, it just sprung that comeback wide open. And you had it in your sports update there, Roddy. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif blocking away from Mahomes there to get him free to lead the comeback. Gotta love the Canadian kid.
All right, good stuff. Now, you had to keep an eye on the CFL. We're 24 hours into bidding season, Justin. What's the latest as we visit with you today on the first ever free agent negotiation window?
Well, we've had our first offer placed, and it happened literally right when the window opened. And I wanted to throw it back to you and DuPont and Abu over there to see if you can guess who might have placed the bid and which player it was for.
I'm going to guess Ed Hervey placed the bid. That's number one.
That was easy.
And it was for...
Odell Willis. Oh, that's Clark yelling from the back.
Was it Odell Willis? Are we right on anything? Come on.
I like the guess, but no, actually it was John Hufnagel placing the offer for Calgary native, a Notre Dame high school product, and University of Calgary alum. DuPont, you would know that well from your Canada West coverage. Sean McEwen. So that was the very first offer placed at 12:01 Eastern time. So that would be what, 10 a.m. in Calgary?
Yes, for sure. So Huff, wow, diving off into the deep end. But we don't know. McEwen hasn't. I guess he's got to wait, right? Take us through this process. Is this as confusing as it seems to us, or do you like the way that it's playing out?
It is a little bit confusing, especially for people to pick up when it's new. And to the best of my knowledge and what I've gained from the league, and we have the details up on 3Down Nation, is that the players can be talking to different teams, obviously, and teams can submit offers to them as well, but they can't actually accept them up until a 48-hour period before free agency opens. So if you get past that period, all of the offers are actually rescinded. But as a team, if you put one down on paper, let's say Hufnagel for McEwen, then you're held to that until free agency opens. So I hope that's a Coles Notes version that everyone can understand.
Dunk, I thought it was, at 12:01 they could pick up the phone and start calling players on the other team. That's why I thought it was weird that there was already,
signings happening?
Something on paper at 12:01. Like, isn't that why we got away from it? So then the question goes, how long ago did the phone? And please don't answer it. But they must have picked up the phone 2 months ago.
Well, not necessarily.
To
You
this
can
deal.
submit an offer for a player that you want, right? So it's not like, and John Hufnagel has traditionally played it all by the book. He puts that offer out there saying, we're interested in McEwen, is essentially what that states, and then you can go from there.
Seems like there should be like hundreds of deals, or
offers,
dozens of offers going out there.
Just potentially thousands. Yeah. Justin, have you done the math on this? That's why I think it could be a major headache.
And one other question first: did the teams have to announce the offers going out? Because I thought that you just offer everybody. No,
like the teams don't have to announce the offers. The league won't announce the offers either, but you have to put the offers in paper or email, let's say, to the CFLPA in the league. So I'm not so sure there's going to be, thousands of offers. I think there'll be more as they start to uncover them here. But the key is teams aren't really going to show their best hand until we get to free agency. I still truly believe, because when you submit an offer, you're telling that competing team, let's say in this case with McEwen, the Argos, potentially, what you value that player at.
So then what does the McEwen camp now do? They've got this offer. Do they go back and say, no, we want 20 grand more, we want it structured this way? Does the dialogue go back and forth now? Or what happens with their camp?
there can be open dialogue going back and forth, and they can even go back to now McEwen's current team, I guess, up until February 11th, the Argos, and say, well, this is the offer we have on paper. Do you guys want to beat it? Do you want to match it? And then compile all of those offers until those last 2 days, I guess that would be February 9th and 10th, to look over those offers, potentially accept them, or go to the true open market.
So the teams are bound by the offers they put forth, and the player can only sign on the 15th or 16th or whatever. Is that right? These are.
Yes, the teams are held to their offers, but the players can only sign them between the 9th and the 10th, and the 11th of February is when the open market happens.
All right, that makes sense. So the teams, if they need a right guard, they're not sending out 3 different deals to 3 guys and see which one comes back kind of sweetest.
It could be, but it's risky.
Bro, you left holding the
Because you're held to it, yeah.
Wayne in Victoria is watching. He wants to know, Justin, is the money offered being made public? Are these offers available to be viewed somewhere by the fans?
No, they won't be made public. That's why you got to keep it locked to 3 Down Nation, boys.
Yeah, well, I knew that. I just wanted to hear you say it. And, interestingly enough, the Riders signed Cam Judge on day 1 of the bidding season. I don't know how that played out. Tell me what you know. Like, did Cam get some offers, but he didn't really like them, so then he went and signed with the Riders? How do you envision that all played out?
To the best of my knowledge, guys, that deal came together rather quickly because the offer was really bumped up from the Riders, and it was essentially agreed upon before the window opened. So the Riders didn't want to let Judge get to that stage where other teams could potentially bid. For that 2020 season that he signed in Saskatchewan, going to get $190,000 in hard money. If he plays 18 games, he'll earn $210,000. So Saskatchewan and general manager Jeremy O'Day really stepped up there at the last minute. As we all know, guys, deadlines make deals. That's what happened with Judge.
Lastly, Justin, what is your take on players being released just prior to an off-season bonus, i.e. February 1st? We've been hearing it for years. I don't get why people are surprised when it happens. Do you think it's as dirty pool as people are making it out to be, or just the part of the business?
It sucks to say, Roddy, but exactly what you said. It's part of the business. Nataya Jay, for an example, the Edmonton Eskimos Canadian receiver that was let go over $7,500. It felt like going to be a move that you were going to make ahead of time. Why not release these guys, days prior or months prior to the bonus? Because Jay had moved his family out to Edmonton just in the off season. So that means the season ended for the Eskimos in November, obviously, in the East Final in Hamilton. Between that period and now, he had moved his family there. So if you're the Eskimos and you're even thinking about it, at least have that open dialogue. That's where people feel like it's a little bit dirty pool. That if you have an inkling that you might do it, at least do it earlier. I get the competitive aspect from the other standpoint that you may not want to have guys on the market early or other teams bidding on them. But in that case, that really tugs at the heartstrings, man. The guy moves out there. He's ready to make Edmonton his home, and then you let him go over $7,500. I just don't get it.
No, and that's why people are starting to realize that Darian Durant doesn't look as bad by taking the money and run, because he literally was sticking it to teams on behalf of every player. I believe that's why he did it. JD, thanks for this. A plug for 3 Down, if you don't mind. Your social media and the site, of course, because it's got all the latest information this week.
You bet. I'll let you do that, Roddy. You're as good as anyone at sort of trumpeting that kind of stuff. But keep it locked. My Twitter feed's at JDown12, and 3 Down Nation will have all the updates through the negotiating window and free agency and every day in the CFL.
All right, keep it up, Justin. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, boys. Be well.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.